In this day and age, we are constantly told to quit our 9-to-5 jobs and pursue financial independence. Take YouTube for example. How many times have you come across an advert pitching the idea that you could make a lot of money easily, quit your day job and enjoy life? Probably many times, and perhaps to a point where it's a little irritating. You see, salesmen tap into this intrinsic desire within us to think of the best possible scenarios. That's the basis of hope. If you find someone's major pain points and offer them hope, you'd be amazed how quickly they'd open their wallets for you. And that's what these salesmen do best. I'm not going to go over their full tactics because there are other YouTubers who have dedicated their channels to uncovering the truths behind these financial freedom schemes. But one of those channels that come to mind are Mike Winnett's Entrepreneur Bingo, where he looks at those pitches and breaks them down. It's really worth a look, and not only it's informative but also fun to play. Don't get me wrong though, there's nothing wrong with a good sales pitch if you actually deliver what you say explicitly or implicitly. And it's actually possible to reach financial independence and retire early. The main issue I have is how they show a scenario that is possible but difficult and unlikely for most of us, as a scenario that is easy and likely to happen. After all, it is possible to become a billionaire, but is it likely? Not for most of us. So remember, don't mistake possibility for likelihood. So why is financial independence actually hard? To get some insight into this, we'll need some back-of-the-envelope calculations. The general idea with financial independence is having a passive income stream which funds your retirement lifestyle. One of these streams is income from the sale of stocks or dividends from your investment portfolio. From this portfolio, you can withdraw, let's say, 4% every year, and this is commonly known as the 4% rule. I've made a few videos about the 4% rule, specifically about the study it is based on, why it is wrong, and what are the alternatives. The links are in the description below and in the end screens. So with the 4% rule, it means that to actually maintain your current lifestyle, you need to take your expenses and multiply by 25. Why 25? Well, it's simple algebra. If 4% of something gives you your current expenses, then that something is 25 times the value. The great thing about this rule of thumb is that it doesn't matter how much you earn or spend, your FIRE target is still a multiple of 25. This is known as a dimensionless equation. But the problem with this formula is that it does not tell you how long it will take you to get to FIRE. To do that, you can use a spreadsheet with a few formulas to find out. Let's assume an income of 40,000 with a savings rate of 50%, which means your expenses are also 50% or 20,000. If you just save that into a bank with interest that just offsets inflation, your real growth rate is actually 0. Based on this, you would achieve FIRE in 25 years. And it makes sense. If every year you save 1 year's expenses worth, well, multiply by 25 and it takes 25 years. To get those years down from 25 years, you would need to do something more rewarding with those savings, that is, investing. The latter comes with risk, but with compounding, it grows your wealth faster and thus you can reach FIRE even faster. How much faster, I hear you ask? If you take an inflation-adjusted rate of return from 0 to 7% instead of 25 years, you will reach FIRE in 15 years. However, saving and investing half of your salary is a lot, and most people don't get anywhere near that. How much of their income do people actually save? Take a look at this. That's a graph from the OECD website. The link is in the description. I'm only showing G7 countries as otherwise there will be too many lines, but feel free to look your country up if you're curious. So who's the biggest saver and biggest spender pre-pandemic period? Let's find out. In first position we have Germany with 11.3%, then France, then the US, Japan at 4th position with 4.3%, followed by Italy and Canada at 0.7%. I saved the worst for last, and that's us Brits. Our spending splurge is so bad that we actually dug our way into the negative savings rate. That is, we had to take on debt. This means that I have my work cut out for my YouTube channel. But the important statistic here is that the typical household savings rate is far lower than what's needed to achieve FIRE. The bad news with low savings rate is twofold. First, it means that your expenses are a lot higher relative to your income. And secondly, that means your FIRE target will be higher too, because remember, it's 25 times your living expenses. Let's be optimistic and assume that the average person could save 25% of their income and invest it, instead of the 50% assumed earlier. As a result, you reach 500,000 in 23 years instead of 15 years. But remember, 500,000 is not enough anymore, as you need to reach the new FIRE target of 750,000. This means even longer to retire, and in this case you will reach FIRE in just over 27 years instead of 15 years previously. What if you save only 10% of your income? Well, that number jumps to 42 years. From there, you can see that the average person cannot achieve FIRE without major changes in their financial situation. And I'm truly sorry to pour cold water over your FIRE dreams, but I'm not a snake oil salesman, and I believe the truth delivered in the right way is the best way to help people. Think about it, why are these entrepreneurs pitching you their course to get rich and not do it themselves? Because they need you, they need to monetize you, and you will make them money and you will make them rich. But cheer up, while achieving FIRE is not easy, there are a lot of things you can do to make the journey easier. And that's what my channel is about. So make sure you like and subscribe, because my future videos will look at the special strategies to reach FIRE earlier. As always, thank you for watching and see you next time.